What? 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 Why can't you? 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 I did this. Why can't you?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of The Headliners, the single greatest podcast known to man. I am your host, Mikey.
And I'm Tim.
Hi, Tim. Set myself up for that one. Hi, everyone. We're going to talk about the news.
Hey, what happened? There's nothing. Slow news day, right? There's not
How do you feel about us changing our name to the News Dudes?
the news dudes.
And it's NEWZ.
Ah,
The News
very
Dudes.
like
DOODZ.
very like late 90s, early 2000s of you.
I was going to say it's very 2003 of me, huh? Just make some of the O's threes.
Hey,
Yeah.
McKinnon, can you like
Put a good word in.
yeah? Because I would like that. I'd very much like some allies in Ireland that can vouch for me.
I think Scotland's got our back. Scotland and Canada got our back. If we needed to evac, I think they'd be ready to receive us. They'd be ready for us. All right, let me get the thingy going because I don't have no buttons, man. And you know how I love my buttons. You know I love them buttons. Wait, this one? Yeah, this one.
So if I don't seem to be functioning as a human being today, it is because I lack all the sleep.
I have a very sorry, I have to cut you off. I have a very special button on my soundboard that I will do everything in my power not to push today. Everything in my power. I may fail.
Is it me?
No. This is the best button in the history of buttons, and I can't press it today. I can't press it today. I've waited 4 years. It's sat on this fucking thing, and I haven't been able to use it. I've been saving it for a specific person, but I haven't been able to do it. So I'm gonna push it in the Patreon. We're gonna do a 2-minute Patreon members only thing as soon as this is over, and I'm gonna play that button like 3 times.
That's funny. Yes. So if I don't seem like I'm forming sentences very well, it's a lack of sleep because my dog likes to pretend that he's dying, and I had to take him to an emergency vet at 4 a.m. because he wouldn't shut the fuck up. And we all thought, so it's my dog Zeus. We all thought that he had like some terrible arthritis pain, and the doctor was like, "No, like you can touch him, and like his legs work and all that stuff. Like he does have arthritis, but he's not dying from it. He's just being an asshole.
He's old and grumpy.
He's the world's grumpiest dog. He for reference sake, he looks like Doug the Pug. If everyone's ever heard of Doug the Pug, like he's that color and that look of a dog.
No, he's Frank from
he's Frank.
Men in Black.
Frank from Men in Black. Yeah, he looks exactly like Frank from Men in Black. He's like 13 years old and he's blind and he's got arthritis. So like, I get it. I understand. Yeah. He's grumpy for reasons. Like he has a reason to be grumpy, but he doesn't have a reason to keep me up all night. And he just decided that he wanted to do that until I thought that he was dying. So I had to take him to the vet. And the vet was like, no. He's not okay. Like he's not doing great. He's not dying though. So he's got a different medicine now that'll hopefully reduce the inflammation throughout his body. And he's sleeping now, the fuck. Now that I have to do a podcast.
You don't need to sleep before the show.
Never. I did get a few hours. I managed to get a few hours when we got home, so I'm not completely sleep deprived. Oh, my wife just texted me, how is Zeus doing?
He's fine.
he's
He's
fine.
sleeping.
He is sleeping. So that's my personal drama for the show.
I'm good over here. I mean, social media is pretty much useless at this point.
Oh yeah.
It's,
When
it's
we talk about what we're going to talk about, I have avoided Facebook like the fucking plague.
That's a good idea because well, we're going to get into it, but what the hell?
I don't even have a fucking Twitter anymore. I left that shit. Even Blue Sky is a problem. Are you having a tornado?
No. They just tested it.
Maybe they're testing it again.
Maybe it's a tribute. No, seriously, maybe it's a tribute.
Oh, right, because today's 9/11.
Yes. So it might be a tribute for the towers.
Oh, yeah, because, well, no, well, I mean, wouldn't they do it at a time when one of the things happened to the thing?
I think it did just happen.
Oh, maybe.
I was in math class.
I was in English class.
Yeah.
And they came over the loudspeaker like, everyone get to the assembly room. We're gonna.
They didn't tell us.
Watch it on the TV. They told us.
They didn't tell us anything.
They were like, they're over the loudspeaker. We're talking about 9/11 for the UK people. Yes. Over the loudspeaker, we were in the middle English class, and the principal of the school was like, everyone get to the gymnasium. America's under attack.
Right.
And like, school's going to end early, but for now, everyone get to the gymnasium and we can collectively talk about it and put it up on a TV because they wanted us to know what was going on.
No, they didn't tell us a goddamn thing. I noticed some people got picked up, like their parents just came and got them. And then I just took the bus home like normal. Everybody's doing normal stuff. I did notice walking from the bus stop up to the driveway, which is like, I don't know, 1,000 yards. A bus stop distance, whatever that is. And I remember seeing fighter jets because I love fighter jets. I love planes.
Fighter jets are fucking awesome.
I love the engineering. I love all of it. I was like, why are there fighter jets? Like, why is it scrambled? And turned on the TV. Fox News is already on. So I just turn on the TV and it's just, I'm watching the towers go down. And my mom's at work, my dad's at work, and I'm just like, what the actual fuck is going on right now? Like, what do I do? Like, am I supposed to be doing something? Like, and then it was that dread for months and months after that.
Yeah.
That the next one was right around the corner. Just the dread of it.
Yeah, school just ended for that day for us. Like, they had early dismissal. The buses came. Everyone went home. Like, if your parents didn't pick you up, the buses brought you home.
Yeah.
And I remember just watching like the aftermath on TV for weeks.
Yeah, they played that shit on a loop. They ingrained that shit into all of us in a very formative period.
But I think I got to see live, unfortunately, the second plane hitting the second tower.
Yeah.
And then the towers collapsing before we all left to go home.
Well, you guys are a lot closer to New York than we are.
Well, and that was the thing. Like, a lot of the students had family that worked in New York City. Like, I lived in
back then
in Fairfield County in Connecticut, which is a lot of our workforce goes to New York for work, like New York City. So even like our firefighter, I think some of our firefighters went to the tower, not that day, but afterwards, like local fire departments sent fire trucks and firefighters to go help clear the rubble and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then we all know what happened to those firefighters afterwards, and all the great things Jon Stewart has done for them.
I was about to say, didn't they just rescind that?
I don't know if they did, because that's like a separate thing, right?
I'm looking now.
But on a slightly lighter note, Mikey and I were talking the other day about a comedian who was doing a set about 9/11, and one of the people in the crowd said that she was obviously born after 9/11.
Yeah. Very young.
And very young, and that her school, it's been far enough away from 9/11 in 2001 where her school did a play about 9/11,
a musical in fact.
Yeah, a musical. And like that just blew my mind. Like culturally, we're now doing musicals. Like there's been movies, right? There's been a couple of movies about 9/11, a couple of documentaries, but plays and musicals, that's crazy.
I would have never imagined that there would be a musical about a terrorist attack.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't think people thought that was like, hey, let's just get some piano in here and fucking just pound out this script. Like, what?
I want to know the composer, and I want to know who the playwright was, and
like what is happening,
and what their muse was for writing a 9/11 musical.
Like, what is happening right now? Okay. Well, that's enough banter. Let's say hello to the people, and then we'll get into the meat of the day. The meek.
The meek of the day.
One angry pagan. Oh, Ollie's in the chat.
Keeping our elbows up, bud.
Billy. Oh, lost my button. Ooh. Diz. SG. Dark Lord Greg. Trump failed, haha. McKinnon. L. We Shazadi. Tez. Try not
Camel
to do
Tony on the Twitch.
Oh, we got Twitch people. Hey, Twitch, what up? Big one for Twitch. That's my one with effects.
We got
poll. Daily Blase. Everybody go sub. Chris C. Everybody's getting air horned up.
Russell? Did we say Russell?
Russell. Okay. So, the elephant in the room. Yesterday, after the show.
Almost immediately after the
show. Our phones, your phone, everybody's phone starts blowing up. And it starts blowing up because there was a school shooting. And that's what we're going to talk about.
Yeah, we saw a 6 school bus get here and, of course, drop off some of those students. So we know at least 6 of those, they looked pretty full. They have been here at Bergen Meadow Elementary School. We've been pushed back a little bit, but you can see some of those reunifications. They have already started happening. We've seen parents walk out hand in hand with many of their students. You see just a few of them walking up where we are right now. And we've gotten the chance to speak to so many of those families who were impacted by this. Some of them telling us that they were obviously really shaken and startled by everything when they started hearing the news. You can see that line of vehicles. That is still families waiting to get into this area to make contact with their children. So still so many parents who still need to get in here. But we did get the chance to speak with one high school freshman. His name is Ty. He goes to Evergreen High School, and he told us he was outside when he was hearing.
I want you guys to take in exactly how this kid talks.
popping noises. He said he knew exactly what was happening, and he tried to get inside as quickly as he could. His phone was broken, so he couldn't text his mom and dad, but his dad was able to make contact with here at Bergen Meadow. Listen to what he had to say.
It was just a lot. I walked outside the gym, and I heard shots, multiple shots firing, just loud pops. And at first I didn't think it was anything until I just heard it repeatedly, and it kept shooting, and then I knew it was shots.
Information started pouring in, and then you're just kind of terrified, like, oh my gosh, is he okay?
Does the kid sound traumatized, or does he sound inconvenienced?
He sound mildly inconvenienced.
Man. This is part of their life now.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, it's so ubiquitous. School shootings are so ubiquitous. You go through so many drills, and whatnot, that like when it happens, you just become fucking numb to it, right? Even as a victim, a person whose school it happened at, like you're just like. Yeah.
Like imagine if somebody ran into your high school when you were like 13 and shot classmates. This is like an hour after the thing and the kid's fine. He's totally fine.
Yeah.
That's not normal. I don't know if everybody forgot, but that's not normal.
It's not. And going back to like things that you remember, I now live like one town over from Newtown, Connecticut.
Oh yeah.
Where Sandy Hook. When that happened, I was working and it came across the TV and I was like, oh shit. Like really? In like at the time Newtown was maybe 20 minutes from me.
Yeah. So you probably felt the police presence blasting past you at 1,000,000 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And those were like third graders, right?
Yeah, and younger.
Yeah. And
like that school, to my knowledge, like never reopened. They built an entirely different school.
Yeah.
And
I mean, you have to at that point.
Yeah.
Like, how do you go back in that building again?
There is a 5K charity run that my food truck did a couple times called the Vicky Soto 5K. Mm-hmm. She was one of the teachers.
Oh, yeah.
So now there's a foundation that does charity events every so often in the area related to that. Like, I know some of my friends lived in Newtown. Yeah. And like they are political activists, and you know, as soon as that happened, they got on, you know, to stop gun violence and all that stuff, and because their community was torn apart, and more than a decade later, the students are barely fazed by it.
Like, I couldn't even imagine, like, someone firing off a gun inside the school that I'm also in. Like, that would be, you know, that'd be the curtains. I'd be puddle on the floor.
Yeah.
Scared, jumping at everything, scared of my own shadow. These motherfuckers are just, you know, I heard the shots. So, you know, yep, I just went inside. Yep, because I heard the shots and they were just like a lot of shots. So I just went inside and then what?
Yeah, yeah.
And I don't think this kid is like super, like he's just so chill that it's just like he's just low energy. It didn't really hit the radar like I feel like it should, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. If it happened to me in my school, like I don't know if I could go back.
Right.
Like I wouldn't. Obviously this kid, you know, maybe he's just like compartmentalizing stuff, but
right.
You know, I wouldn't want to go back. I wouldn't want to talk to anybody, that's for sure.
Definitely not trying to stand in front of a what's it called? A camera.
Yeah.
We're gonna hold off on Tim Baum's super chat for just a second.
And Darren's.
Yeah, we'll get to that segment shortly.
You're just, you know, sort of waiting out, hoping for the best, contacting other parents that, you know, to see if they've heard anything. And actually, like, information travels so fast. His brother
And for those of you thinking that he's going to get deported, he's probably adopted. There's a lot of Chinese kids that have white parents because they were adopted. To
South Korean too.
That one child policy put a lot of Chinese kids over here. Adoption agencies went and got them so that they wouldn't be killed.
Graduated 2 years ago and is still like in a team chat with like lacrosse players that are there. So like he was like, oh my gosh, Dad, you know,
back when we had ethics and morals.
Whatever. We think everybody's okay, but we haven't heard from everyone. So.
And his dad telling us that he tried to get here as soon as he could so he could get his son and, you know, make sure everything was safe and everyone here was able to get to their children as well. We, again, are seeing some of those reunifications happening behind us. A lot of those parents walking out with their children now. We haven't seen a 7th school bus come in this way just yet, but of course, we'll keep you updated as we speak with more children, at more families about what happened today at Evergreen High School.
Thank you for that, Veronica Costa.
Okay.
Billy says he's in shock. It is entirely likely that the kid is also in shock. Like,
he's not displaying shock to me. His dad's not displaying shock and all that stuff either. I think parents at this point just expect it. They just expect it to happen. So like when it happens, okay, we already know what to do. Like that's also wrong. That's not normal. That's not okay.
Yeah.
We shouldn't be so callous towards the treatment of our kids.
Yeah, and they shouldn't be used to it. Like that's the crazy part, is they shouldn't be used to it. It shouldn't be something that like you have fire drills, then you also have like hide in place drills. I've been a part of hide in place drills.
Yep.
Like it's surreal. Because, you know, you got to pretend like there's someone in the building. And if they come in, they're going to like, you know, take everyone out.
I graduated in 2006. We had those drills. And yeah. I was the second class out of my high school. Like they built a brand new high school and I was the second one out. I'm talking about the windows on all the like classroom doors are little slits. You know what I mean? They're like probably 2 or 3 inches across and then they like span most of the door and you can't see into the classroom through the window. But if you get up on the door, you can look out. Like the whole, like all of the walls are cinder block. Like they had to build a school built like a prison, built like a castle or a fortress, because that's what you need. And all the hallways, taking you guys back if you don't remember these things. You remember like in the like not in the passing period, but like while class was in session, like while everyone's learning or whatever. And like you'd have like, hey, I got to go to the bathroom, or hey, I got to go to the nurse's office. And then you would just like get that rare moment in the school with everyone there, but not in the hallways.
Yeah.
All those little intersections have like those push doors, and all of our doors had magnets on them. And it happened a few times where like a parent gets past, goes through the lunchroom or does something weird. And pretty much there's an adult in the building that's not supposed to be in the building.
Right.
The office has a panic button. All of those magnets let go of the doors. And all the doors lock on their own. So the janitor has to go, or a team of janitors has to go through and unlock all the doors before the passing period starts. But it was several times where if all of the teachers will check their email for payroll, teachers check your email for payroll. And then all the teachers go over to the door and they lock it.
Right.
And they pull something over. Like this was normal.
Yeah.
To have these security protocols in place to protect us whilst learning.
and that was 20 years ago.
And that was 20 years ago.
2 British pounds super chat from Tim Ballum. My daughter's primary school in the UK does SIP drills.
Shelter in place. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I was working, and this happens at the colleges too. I was working at Quinnipiac University in their polling department for a while, and every semester, I suppose, we had to do a sit in place drill as like not students, as employees of the university.
Yeah. My jobs had training and stuff like that.
Yeah. Every college that I went to, because I went to a community college before I went to Southern. At the beginning of the semester, there was a drill that everyone had to participate in, and you had to do shelter in place. You had to act like there was an active shooter in the building, and you couldn't come out until you heard whatever the passphrase was, or yeah. But it's crazy.
And even with like all of that, for me at least, I would have figured by now, with this many school shootings, with this many deaths, this many kids, surely by now. No.
Yeah. No.
This is, hey, look, this just has to happen. I keep getting told it has to happen.
Well, Chrissy asks, how can Americans continue to accept shootings just as a normal day occurrence? Why aren't parents protesting loudly in this epidemic? They are. That's the crazy part.
It's almost like David Hogg got 1 million kids and 1 million support. You know what I mean? They had a March for Our Lives event. And they said, get those bastards out of colleges. Don't accept them at any of your internships. Don't take all these kids. That's what they did to those kids. And we were like, can we change something so we can go to school with some sort of safety?
Yeah. And listen, this is like one of those 80-20 issues where like 80% of people are like, yeah, we need to do something about this and we should do something about this. But the fucking people in Congress, man, they don't want to fucking do anything.
No.
They're like, oh, no, we couldn't possibly restrict people's guns rights in this country. How could we ban assault weapons or have tougher background checks or red flag laws?
This will piss you off, but guess who banned assault weapons in Illinois?
Who?
J.B. Pritzker.
I mean, that's good. Good on him, right?
I'm just saying. I know. I just wanted. I mean,
yeah.
The thing you said, it sounded like you liked that thing, the banning of assault weapons. I just wanted to let you know that JB did that.
That's and that's good. And in Connecticut, we have pretty strict gun laws, but like the gun laws were in place when Newtown happened,
right?
But guns are so pervasive in our culture, and there are more guns than people in this country. We say it all the time. There are more guns than people. We get a lot of guns trafficked, and you too, Mike. You get a lot of guns trafficked from states where the gun laws are basically meaningless,
non-existent,
and
do whatever the fuck you want.
We've had gun buyback programs that were very successful, where if you have a gun that maybe isn't super legal, you can just hand it over and
without fear of prosecution.
And we have a pretty strict gun policies and background check policies and training policies in this state, but it still happens because at a national level, they're doing nothing about gun trafficking.
Yeah,
they're doing nothing.
They just transport the guns.
There's no universal standard for background checks. There's no universal standard for carry permits.
They won't even let them do a database.
Yeah. The
NRA keeps blocking the database.
They're not allowed to put it on computers. It has to be a paper database, which is wild. They're not allowed to do research about it.
Right. They're not allowed to give us accurate gun death statistics.
But
all brought to you by the NRA.
But there's a Newtown alliance, like a Newtown Action Alliance for the better gun laws, and a lot of parents in Connecticut are involved in it, and around the country, parents around the country are very concerned about it.
Absolutely.
But there's nothing that can be done at a national level because the right refuses, and some on the left refuse to do anything about it. I know that my senators and Congress people are sort of the tip of the spear for better gun laws. Chris Murphy, especially, and he filibustered on it a number of years ago. And every time it happens, he's like, "Are we gonna do something about it finally?" He was the one that got the Senate to even vote on new gun laws, but they never vote the way that the people want them to vote.
In a way that's beneficial to the people.
Yeah.
Even if the people didn't ask for it, it is clearly in everyone's best interest for X to happen. And they're just like, well,
yeah.
I mean, who am I to say?
Yeah, exactly. Like who are we to restrict Second Amendment gun rights? Like, well, you're fucking Congress, man. Do something.
If only there was a group of people who wrote laws.
Yeah, if only there was a group of people who were supposed to represent the country on an issue where 80% of people believe that there should be universal background checks. Perhaps you should pass a universal background check law.
Like, what are they waiting on?
Yeah.
Like, what do we need to specifically write you an email? Because that's already happened. Like, do you want, like, I don't know, like protests outside your office? That's already happened. Do you want 1 million fucking people to march to DC? That already happened. What are you waiting for?
Yeah. They're waiting for the gun manufacturers and the NRA to stop giving them so much money.
Well, I mean, if it's almost like if we got money out of politics, a lot of things would get solved all at the same time.
Yes.
Almost.
Money is the root of so many issues in American politics.
Indeed.
And people do forget that for 10 years, we did have an assault weapons ban in this country. Yep. During the Clinton administration. There was an assault weapons ban and gun violence went down. Who would have thunk it?
Impossible.
But they have to put fucking sunset provisions in those things, so they have to renew it every once in a while. If only they put a sunset provision on the Second Amendment.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like the fact that none of this is being at all questioned. And that's kind of the angle for the next part of this, which I will get to in 1 second. Let me go see what the boss wants. Jesus.
Mikey's getting yelled at. Let's see. What does the chat have to say? Chrissy says, it's the NRA. They have too much power and influence. Yeah, they do. It's beyond me why anyone needs access to semi-automatic assault rifle. I concur. The assault weapons ban was really good for a while, and then it ended, and now we're just we're flush with AKs and AR-15s and all that. Muttley says it's almost as if the entire concept of money simply doesn't work. I agree. Capitalism is bad and wrong. No civilians need military grade weapons. But Diz, what are they going to do if they can't get their rocket launchers? Counter Kev says it's not just in the USA. Here in the UK, we have similar problems with political donations, although not as bad. Yeah, I've seen... I read a good book about UK politics and money. It's called Dark Money. And hold on 1 second, I can bring it up. It's a lot about it's about Brexit and all of the cash and Steve Bannon that went into Brexit. Hold on, I'll bring up the book 1 second. If you haven't read this book and you're into like campaign finance like I am, because you're a huge nerd, it's a good one. Come on. I think I also talked about this book to stats. Oh, how do I get to books I read? Dark Money. If you want to follow me, if you like reading I have a profile on a website called Storygraph. It's a book for like keeping track of the books you read and all that stuff. And Vic Striker is my sign in. So if you want to see the books I've read or share your thing with me, that's on Storygraph. So, I'm sorry, it's called Democracy for Sale: Dark Money and Dirty Politics. Good book about what's the thing that I was talking? Good book about campaign finance in the UK and how it relates to stuff in America and the whole Brexit Steve Bannon nonsense. And there's a bit about Trump in there too, and how they're trying to port over American conservatism to the UK and sort of American campaign finance to the UK. It's a very interesting read. What did I give it? I gave it 4.25 stars on the old Storygraph there. So, what do we got here? $5 super chat or $5 super chat from Greg. Before super PACs, if it was soft money, renting halls or buying books to support a candidate without technically being part of the campaign. Yeah. Before super PACs became a thing, it was all about soft money, not dark money. It was all those campaign finance transactions that were not just directly donating to a campaign. And then, the Congress tried to stop all that with the Bipartisan Campaign Reform Act, or I think it was FICA first, and then the Bipartisan Campaign Reform Act, and then the Supreme Court just fucking hamstrung. And the Supreme Court has continually hamstrung campaign finance, going all the way back to Buckley versus Vallejo. Right? Yeah. Well, Mikey's been gone for a while, and I am just rambling. But anyway, you UK folks out there, give this book a read if you want to read about the craziness of UK dark money. And let's see. I'll plug Storygraph for a little bit. This is my Storygraph profile. Oh, I also did actually read Jordan Peterson's 12 Rules for Life book, and it is fucking. I gave it 1.75 stars because it's terrible and bad, and no one should actually ever read it. Where is Mikey? What is he doing? What else we got going on in the chat here? Oh, Allie's in the chat. I think I have the horn now. Yeah, there we go. The UK media is giving Nigel Farage a free pass caught avoiding taxes. Tax evasion. Well, welcome Counter Kev to the show. Yes, like and subscribe. Become a member. You'll get all the bonus content. Oh, the author of the book has a Substack that's really good. I'll have to join it because I'm on Substack. So, Ali says, thanks for the info on the book, but I already have looked into the dark money getting into the UK. No, it's a good read. 2 British pounds from Tim Ballum. Tim, have you read They Want to Kill Americans? Let's see. I haven't. Let's look it up. It's a Malcolm Nance book. Is it this book? (2022). I'll give it a look. I have not read this. but it seems like it's right up my alley for the books that I read sometimes. I promise the show's usually not just me and an empty box next to me. Usually there's a Mikey Famine. Yes, who is they? I think that's the question they want you to answer, like by reading the book. Then we'll know who they is. I'm pretty sure they is like right-wing militias and like pretty sure they is like the Proud Boys or the Oath Keepers. You know, that kind of ideology. You know, the people who are now in ICE. Yes, other Americans. There you go. Oh, this is not the dog I was talking about earlier. Oh, it was Wiggles. He walked away. There's a dog in my room. His name is Apollo. He's not the crazy one. He's with me because Zeus is sleeping, and I don't want him to disturb Zeus. How goes the build up to your Marmite tasting? Are you prepared? I will be there. There he goes. I will be prepared for my Marmite tasting. Oh man, I really backed myself into a corner on that one. So for those who don't know, this yesterday on the dinner table we talked about a bunch of British snacks, and I said that I would try them because there is a local, like a UK import store not too far from me, where I go and buy my Fentiman sodas because I love them so. And I said that I would try Marmite and those pickles, Branson pickles or whatever they're called, and a few other snacks. I already have the beans. The beans are fine with me. I like the beans. The Heinz beans, because sometimes I make the full English breakfast for me and the wife because we like it. There's nothing in the full English breakfast that I don't like, except for maybe the black pudding. I'm not a huge fan of it, but I'll eat it. It's not disgusting. Texture wise, it's a little weird for me. Yeah, Mikey, he's not coming back. The show must go on without him. Ellie in the chat says, "Don't try Marmite." But I have to. I promised that I would. I'll try it. And, if I don't like it, I don't like it.
Oh, boy. Okay. Sorry.
Greg in the chat says, Mikey is now unconscious after being hit by a toy mallet. The baby is victorious.
She got her curly hair stuck in a button on her top. So it was like pulling the hair out of the back of her neck. Oh.
We were having some side conversation about my promise to try some UK snacks next Wednesday.
Oh,
so promotion for Wednesday's show, I'll be eating UK snacks, including Marmite.
Okay. What was I talking about? I think I was about to say something about like reality or I don't know.
Something. There was a book recommendation for me. The book is here. I'll put it up on the screen. Brain not working. There we go. The book is They Want to Kill Americans.
Malcolm Nance.
Yeah. I like Malcolm Nance. He's pretty good. But yeah, maybe that'll be a future read for me. We were talking about I brought up a book that I read about dark money in the UK and how pervasive like American style politics has gotten over there.
Beware of abundance.
Nah, this is more Steve Bannon nonsense. Steve Bannon, Nigel Farage, and how good of friends they are.
Bestest of friends.
We have a 5 British pound super chat from Allie. Did you see this? Just hit UK social media. I'll have to click the link on YouTube itself.
That's what I'm doing. I'll go over there. Let me see.
Oh, I'm sorry. Irish breakfast. It is full Irish breakfast that I've had. The English breakfast. I haven't been to England. I've been to the Republic of Ireland, where I'm going back to in October. I might have to do some field reporting. Some on the ground reporting.
Who do you think you are, Ollie? All right, Charlie Kirk time. Who do you think you are, Ollie? Echo.
Yep. Sorry, I was clicking on the YouTube page.
I heard myself. I was like, did he sound clip me that fat? God damn. God damn, motherfucker. God damn. So this Charlie Kirk thing, everybody knows what happened. I don't have to say those words. I don't have to trigger that part of the algorithm. But more interestingly is everyone's reaction. Now this is going to get a bit ranty, so I need y'all to rock with me here. It is one thing to be outraged that someone is punished for just saying what they believe. That could be a valid point, and I could agree with that 10 out of 10 times and twice on Sunday. But I would like to ask everyone, what happened to your fucking brain? Where is your fucking brain? Where did it go? Did it get deported? Did you burn it in a wildfire? Where is your brain? How come no one can, I don't know, critically think? And just like I blame the fucking media for the situation that we're in right now, the media has a large part to do with why no one can go on their Facebook right now. If you report things that are not true, what does that make you? If you continue an agenda towards one goal and one goal only, you are not only part of the problem, you are aiding and abetting. So I have 4 questions that I would like everyone to consider. Question number 1, who is the shooter? Obvious answer. No one knows.
We don't know.
No one knows. You don't know. I don't know. Tim don't know. Cash Patel don't know. No one knows.
Yeah, I think they're on the 4th person of interest at this point.
Question number 2. This is publicsafety.utah.edu/home-safety-news. New rules for concealed weapons on campus. And this was published July 21st, 2025. Utah lawmakers updated state law governing firearms during the 2025 general session. Under the changes in HB 128, which went into effect May 7th, individuals who are 18 years old or older and have a current Utah concealed weapon permit, CWP, may carry a weapon on campus, including in an open fashion. Our highest priority is preserving public safety on campus, said Keith Squires, chief safety officer. As a subdivision of the state, the University of Utah enforces state law, including weapons rules. Equally important is our role educating members of our campus community about how they can responsibly carry a firearm on campus and how to engage with roommates, professors, and others to avoid conflicts and misunderstandings. They did this in July to make it 100% legal to take guns on campus. Now, that's number two. Why did why did the laws change to allow guns on campus? Just critically think, people. Think about this. Question number three. Why is the federal government arguing with local authorities? From what I can gather, Kash Patel is in D.C. or Virginia.
Yeah. He's in Langley.
He's at Langley in his office doing FBI shit. I don't know. From Langley, he is out there tweeting, "We have the suspect in custody." Why is that bad? Because if the bad guy is on the fucking loose, you just bought him some time because now everyone's going to stop looking. Now the trail is going to go deliberately cold. Whoever did it is going to get away. And even the governor is like, I didn't know Kash Patel said that. Like, there's no communication at all. Question number 4. If you don't know the answer to the first 3 questions I asked, then what/whom are you actually mad at? And it is disgusting. Disgusting. Absolutely vomit-inducing how all of these people are out here saying no political violence, you don't know that. No one knows. And they're all out there just, I would never say anything. I would never advocate for. We don't even know if that's what this is. We have no idea. It's a random fucking bullet coming from we don't know. But that's already got Trump saying, "You've done it now, radical left." And that's got, I don't know if you guys have been on Twitter, but they are actively calling for rounding up and getting rid of Democrats and liberals and blacks. When you literally don't even know who shot the bullet.
Yeah, they don't know. They have no idea.
No one has any idea. That's why they're still fucking investigating it, but they have already made up in their minds. I'm talking over my other point. I say all that to say this. Why did this trigger you to make a social media post when you have no idea who that motherfucker was? I guarantee none of you watched 1 minute of his fucking content. No idea what Turning Point USA is. No idea.
I know. Listen, Mikey's right. Like, we have no idea who it was.
We don't even know what happened.
You don't know if it's political violence or not. The only people calling it political violence are the governor of Utah and the president of the United States, who just is a crazy fucker. So yes. He's already jumped the gun, pun not intended, on what this is, and he's already trying to shape the narrative of what this is. Like, I have seen the entire gambit on social media, all the way from people who are praising Charlie Kirk and saying that gun violence is gun violence and it shouldn't happen no matter what. And
right.
That is sort of antithetical to things that Charlie Kirk has said, all the way to people who are celebrating this. And I don't think that's the proper response either. Like, it's not something, gun violence regardless is not something to be celebrated. Like, we shouldn't be going out there and saying those things, because it's not really about the person, it's about the violent act.
Right.
And unfortunately, some of these guys like Charlie Kirk, their rhetoric matches sort of the violence. His rhetoric was, well, gun violence is a necessary evil that we have to, if we want to accept our gun rights.
Even if that were the case, why would Utah state lawmakers changed the law to let them bring guns on campus. We have a school shooting problem. Why would you change the law to let more guns on campus? Charlie Kirk aside, this is a school shooting event. And apparently guns are allowed. What are we doing?
I don't know.
What is going on? And I'm sorry if people haven't researched some clips and they're just kind of assuming that he's an all right guy. Like, I imagine there's going to be a bunch of, well, I didn't know that post in about a month.
Yeah. Yeah.
In about a month,
For
everybody
sure.
will calm down about it. But it's very strange. I mean, if anything, I thought once this investigation's over, everybody's going to go crazy. They didn't even wait. Like Cash Patel's throwing people off the damn scent, telling them that he's captured. Everybody just circles wagons and like, oh, wait, that's not the guy. And then they got to refam back out and go. You're like, come on, what are we doing? We know how to respond to these situations and catch bad guys. That's what the police and the feds and all that, that's what they're for. I want this motherfucker caught. You know what I mean? Like, someone's out there just randomly shooting people. Catch him. They have broken the law. If people have forgotten this, it is illegal to do that. You may not do that to other people. And like everyone's like, you have to condemn violence. Like, you don't have to condemn violence. I believe in following the law. It's illegal to be violent towards people. It is illegal to do that. It is unpatriotic to harm your fellow citizens. Like, I don't know that I shouldn't have to tell people that, but it is part of your patriotic duty to not harm your fellow citizens.
Right. People don't get it, man. People don't get it. They don't know that, like, that's breaking the social contract. Yes. We talk about this all the time, but like the social contract that we all have as a country and is sort of formalized in the Constitution is that we all agree that we live in a society and we're not supposed to go around killing each other.
We all agree to not hurt other people.
But you know, some motherfuckers think that that's not the case. And, you know, the whole discourse.
That's what I'm talking about. Go actually find him. Like, what?
No,
stop
they're not
wasting
going to
time.
actually find him. Why would they find him? Why would they attempt to find him? Like, Cash Patel is not, he's not a good finder. This ain't his job, right? No. This is not what he. Cash Patel is there to destroy the FBI. Dan Bongino is there to destroy the FBI.
Well,
they're not there for actual work. Dan Bongino complains about the work that he has to do.
Right. He was mad that he had to be up at 6, and she was like, "Dude, you literally wanted this."
Yeah, it's like, dude, you wanted to be deputy director. You wanted to hang out with your buddy Cash all day.
Yeah, it's a fucking job. It's not like a hangout sesh. I'm just scrolling through the chat here. I see you over there on Twitch. I see what I know, man. I know. This is grinding your gears in a way that you're not used to. I know, man. You're gonna be all right. You're gonna be all right.
It's gonna be okay for you.
Because these are simple, obvious problems that we have in this country. The people in charge are deliberately making it worse. You do not make schools safer. I'll show it again, and I'll put the link in the chat. Y'all don't have to believe me. They did this. Now, if I'm Charlie Kirk or anybody else who has to do a speaking engagement, I am not going to this school.
Yeah.
for this exact reason. That is what are you doing normalizing people walking around with long guns in a fucking classroom setting? Why do they need that?
I don't know.
It's Utah. There's only like 50,000 of you total anyway. Like, what is the problem?
So, Mikey, we do have a couple of super chats here that we should probably address now.
Let's get to those.
So way back into 30 minutes ago, Tim Ballum asked,
Thank you, Tim.
Didn't Kirk say kids should watch executions? I can not confirm that. I don't think I've seen that. I don't want to attribute things to Charlie Kirk that he didn't say, so we'll have to look into that.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Yes, 10 British pounds.
10 British pounds.
Kirk quite openly said that innocent people being shot was the price to be paid for the Second Amendment. He died proving his own point. I think that's an unfortunate irony of things that Charlie Kirk has said that people can now use and say, well, he said that. Right. And it's the worst kind of irony, because you can go back and you can find it. The clips are out there. The clips are out there of him saying that shit.
Everyone has combed through his history and found all of them and put them in nice, concise piles that you can find all over the internet, I'm sure.
Yeah. And like I said, this is the thing that some of these right-wing ghouls, they say, not understanding the consequences of them saying that.
And while he was a political commentator, he's still a citizen.
Yeah.
Like, all of y'all, and they're like, oh my God, gun violence, it's actually real. It's like, did you think everybody was lying about it this whole time? Like, what about Charlie Kirk made you suddenly realize that, man, there is a lot of violence going on? It's like, dude, we have been literally screaming from the mountaintops. Can we stop? Can you just stop? Just stop. Can we just stop all the shit? Just stop. And we got told to shut our liberal cuck mouths. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, we've been literally preaching peace this whole time while being called lib cucktards for years. For years, we've been preaching about peace, and they said we were weak for it. So now this happens, and now we're the ultra violent. Like, how did that flip overnight? We still got our peace sign in our hand. We're still over here advocating for common sense gun regulation as a gun owner. Like, I'm cool with an extra long check, and I got to go do an interview, whatever it takes, man.
Yeah.
Because the shit's not cool. Like, schools should be safe.
And not, you shouldn't like some of the policies they want to put in the schools, like the like they're hardening schools, like you said, like they're fucking prisons.
Yeah. Or arming the teachers. Like, okay.
But they also want to arm teachers. Like, that's crazy.
They only get like $30,000 a fucking year. Now they got to be a fucking SEAL Team 6 member. Like, what the fuck? You don't even pay them well enough to be like a security guard. Like, what are you doing?
But there's people like the person who is in our Twitch chat who are just gonna blame the left, regardless of
with zero evidence. No one knows who it is.
Nobody knows.
But the fact that you could be riled up to hate people on the left when you literally don't know who it is, doesn't that tell you something? Doesn't that reflect internally that maybe you're believing things because you want them to be true and not because there's actually something there?
Yeah.
Even if it comes out this person is a massive leftist, even if that's true, that doesn't justify how you're acting right now. Yeah.
And even if it is like a leftist and he wrote like a manifesto or whatever, and like he's, hardcore against Charlie Kirk because he doesn't like Charlie Kirk's politics, and this guy is like the most lefty left ever. Doesn't that mean the temperature is too high? Doesn't that mean that like we should get together and be like, hey, we all need to stop this?
Right.
Like every time it's not a leftist, every time it's a conservative nutbag running around doing terrible things, you know, we're like, hey, maybe we should fucking stop. Maybe everyone should just fucking stop. But now that like once again, we don't know. The president made accusations that aren't true. The governor of Utah made accusations that aren't true. There may or may not be a political motive behind this. Who knows? Because we don't know the person. But either way, since 2015, there has been a ratcheting up of rhetoric of my brain stopped working. The word is polarization.
Yeah.
There's a ratcheting up of polarization between the parties. The threat of political violence has been on the rise since then because of one specific person, the president of the United States, who threatened to beat up protesters at his rally, and he would pay the legal expenses of the people who did it, who threatened to throw people out, who tear gassed protesters in the streets in DC so he could clear them out.
He has to take his upside down Bible picture
so he could hold a Bible fucking awkwardly. Who it was constantly threatening to beat up the press, anyone he doesn't like. Yep. He had a mob descend on Congress so he could stop an election.
They may or may not have constructed a gallows in the parking lot.
Yeah, they may or may not have done that.
All of those people, even the gallows builders were pardoned. That's what's crazy.
Those people wanted to say hey to Mike Pence.
They did.
Like, they were threatening political violence on the vice president of the United States because he did something they didn't like.
Right.
And it's all directed from one person, and the directives are handed down to political people, to fucking commentators and ghouls like Charlie Kirk, like Alec Jones, like Benny Johnson. Those guys are taking their talking points from people like the president and ramping up people to do horrible things. Now, I'm not saying that Charlie Kirk ever said anything violent. However, Charlie Kirk is vehemently opposed to the concept of empathy. He thinks it's fake. He thinks we made it up and it's some woke ideology that empathy ever existed. He doesn't like the thought that people can be compassionate to one another. So that's the kind of person Charlie Kirk outwardly projects. Is the idea that we shouldn't be compassionate towards each other and just be like cruelly indifferent or even aggressive towards one another.
Yeah.
If you're not part of the fucking manosphere or whatever. I'm gonna stop beating around. Charlie Kirk was a fucking Nazi, guys. He was.
Remember when Cenk was like, "I'd have a beer with you after this," and he was looking at him like, "The fuck you will." Like, I'm not drinking with you.
I don't think it would surprise anyone to say that Charlie Kirk was a Nazi, because he fucking was. His ideals and the things that he preached at colleges were fucking, if not directly from the Nazis, Nazi adjacent.
But I mean, no one actually listened to what he did. You know what I mean? Just like they assume that there's this giant dark blue element that's out here taking out conservative, just like they assume that, they also assume that they agree with Charlie Kirk.
Right.
They haven't listened to his shit.
Nobody, once again, nobody fucking knows who did this and why yet.
Right.
They're still searching the fucking woods around the college campus for clues.
Investigate. Find out who it was. That's what we're saying. Find them. Stop trying to find somebody to blame. Find the person. Do your job. Find them.
Oh, here's more people not doing their job. Hours after the shooting, several generative AI platforms shared false and misleading or inaccurate statements in their responses. Grok, everyone remember Grok?
Mecha Hitler?
Mecha Hitler. Falsely labeled a 77-year-old former banker who was in Toronto at the time as the suspect. And then this was reported by the New York Times, CNN, and Fox News.
Wow. So they're just taking their fucking tips from Grok?
There's no actual fucking... Come on, guys.
The news is gone. The news is gone, dude. They're asking Grok what happened and then just reporting it. They don't have no contact to they're like, these are big. And this is the other thing that pisses me off with broadcasters. You have massive accessibility to all of these different groups of people that we could never imagine to get on the phone.
Yeah.
If CNN calls the governor's going to answer. We could call the governor for 1,000 years and get the voicemail for 999 of them. Like,
right.
It's just not happening. We just don't have the gravity to fucking get people to actually answer any questions we might have. These people have the resources and the people in the van with the cameras and the little satellite on the top. Like, they got all that shit. Like, I would be hardcore investigating the story, helping the cops, canvassing, seeing if anybody saw something. Like, we're not seeing any of this. All we're seeing is that we need to automatically blame somebody. And if that does not give you pause, tell me why.
Yeah.
Why do you not have to think about it? Why do you just want this to be true? Why are you willing to accept this as truth without evidence? That's what I want to know. Because whenever a black guy died at the hands of the police, it was always, well, let's see what the investigation says.
Yeah.
That is completely out the window now.
We got another a British pound super chat from Allie. If you want to get that link, Monkey.
Let me get over there. I closed it because it makes my computer run slow.
I closed it because it makes my computer sad.
It makes it sweat.
Oh, and another 2 British pound super chat from Tim Ballum. YouTube censoring super chats again. YouTube is being very fucky about what people can put in our super chats lately. Tim Ballum had this problem on Tuesday too.
Yeah.
About a certain video that he was trying to post for us to watch.
This from the Independent. Trump announces he is giving Medal of Freedom to Charlie Kirk after influencer shot dead at Utah campus. Okay.
Sure, man. Whatever.
Okay.
Cool. I don't care.
That's fine. Like, dude, that's the thing. I don't care that he gets a medal. I'm like, he shouldn't get the medal. Give him the medal. It's
whatever.
That's not the issue. You know what I mean? Like, that's some very nice window dressing you got there. I'm much more interested in the foundations and pillars of the house. Like, I'm not interested in all that shit. Where is the fucking person?
Yeah. Can we find the person? Can Kash Patel's FBI find the person?
Yeah.
Or who knows, local law enforcement, Utah State Police, somebody. Because, like, Mikey, you're right. The lax security and the removal of restrictions on guns on campus is crazy. How did whoever this is?
How are they still employed? Number one.
Whoever did this? How are they? Because it's a high-powered rifle they found, right? It's a bolt-action high-powered rifle.
Yeah, that's what they said.
They don't even know how far away this dude was, dude or lady, whoever.
Well, they were saying it was like from a certain rooftop or whatever. And it's like, so how are you like, and you let him walk away? You just let him walk off? Like, what are we doing?
let's go all the way back to before the end of the election and the attempted assassination on Trump.
In Butler.
The dude on the rooftop, they found that dude immediately.
Yeah.
I mean,
he didn't make it off the roof, so
there was nothing around, right? There was a crowd, and then he was behind the crowd on the rooftop of like a barn or something. So he's a little bit less inconspicuous, right? But still, how did this guy get away? And how were they allowed onto campus, somewhere onto campus, with that gun?
They're allowed to do it, apparently. Which, like, I'm like, there's no way that they changed the law. Because see, here's the difference. I heard something through the grapevine, and I went on the internet and I searched it and I verified it. And now I'm going to speak on it. It should happen in that order for people.
Yeah.
And that's another sad reminder. People need to not spread misinformation, because the guy that they grabbed and put in handcuffs, that his picture was shown, he's doing all that guy's life is already ruined. The death threats are in the hundreds of, you know what I mean? Like, they're doxing them. They're trying to find out. And it was not even the right guy. So it's like, I get it. Y'all want to be mad at something. How about you take that energy and we make shit safer? Like, and this a constant assault on progressives, as if us wanting everybody to have more shit is problematic. Mate, I don't advocate for higher wages, organized labor, healthcare for all. Like, I don't advocate for all this because I have 3,000 bodies that all need healthcare. Like, it doesn't help me more than it helps the next person.
Right.
But I know what it's like to not have help. Because when people don't have help, people do desperate things. We need to help people. It is in our best interest to make sure that our neighbors have a full tummy and a full fridge.
Yeah.
It's better for me that all of my neighbors have a full fridge than for all of us to have food except for one guy who has nothing.
Right.
Because that guy is going to be not so nice to us as we eat Pringles in his face. We should all just share a little bit.
Irish Sweet in the chat says, and we advocate for conservatives that have those things too. And like, I think that's kind of
exactly
the point. That's kind of the point, is we're out there saying that everyone, regardless of your political affiliation, should have the right to healthcare, the right to schools, the right to be fed, the right to cheap housing and all that stuff. Like, we're out there saying everyone should be good. Everyone should be taken care of.
Yeah.
And people like Charlie Kirk are like, no, we don't want that. Fuck you.
Like, I want even Charlie Kirk and his family and all the rest of them, I want them to have health care too, even if they don't want it. Even if they say, I'm going to get my own stuff. Even if you're a millionaire, you could, even if you fall off your Segway, I don't know what they drive. When you fall off your Segway and you shatter your ankle and you don't have your insurance card on you, I want you to just be able to go to the ER and they fucking set your ankle and then go home.
Yeah.
That's better. I think that's a better place to live, where you don't have to worry about what happens to me if I get sick or if something bad happens to me.
Now, am I opposed to things like private companies doing those things? Yeah, maybe. Because capitalism makes things terrible, but
I think that is on your lips.
I think that the problem here and the crux of the sort of the progressive versus the far right stance is the concept of empathy. Like, we want to help everyone on the left. We want to, and not to say that there aren't fucking radicals out there, right? But generally, progressivism is about making sure that we all are okay together.
Right.
And
we're not going to leave anybody behind, and we're not going to let anybody get way out in front.
Yeah. And it seems like the far right stance at this point, and Charlie Kirk's stance, was that sort of empathy makes you weak. That sort of train of thought makes you weak, and American individualism is what it's all about. And I'll get mine and fuck everyone else. Who cares about other people when all I have to care about is me?
And he's allowed to think that. And guess what? We're allowed to think what we think.
Yeah.
It's what he wants to promote is not illegal to promote, but it is illegal to strike him down for it.
Yeah.
So you ain't helping by going that way. That motherfucker ain't won a debate yet.
Nah, he was getting fucking housed by some of those college kids.
So like, I don't like, but again, we don't know who it was.
Yeah.
We have no idea.
I think the bottom line for me is that Charlie Kirk did not deserve to die for his beliefs. It's not something like he has the right to say whatever he wants as long as it's not actively harming people. And it's not like hate speech or whatever, and some of it was. But he certainly didn't deserve to be killed over it. We can not like him. I never liked him. Like I said, he's a Nazi. Was a Nazi. But this is America, where you have the First Amendment, and you have the right to say your beliefs, and there shouldn't be violence repercussions for that.
Well, there shouldn't be, but as we talked about for the first half of this, there is.
Yeah.
And we are the only ones trying to make it safer.
Yeah. Listen, guys.
Like, we're the nerd crossing guards in the fucking hallway monitors. Like, hey, guys, maybe we should slow down and do it. Like, I get it. No one likes us. But we do have a function in the society, which is to remind us what our responsibilities are, how we can attain them, and where we're failing.
Yeah. Listen, if things were left up to me, guys, there wouldn't be a Second Amendment. I'm not for it. It's not been nothing. It's been nothing but problems the entire time. So I would get rid of all that. And I know that the dude in our fucking Twitch chat wouldn't like that, but it's the way that things need to happen. We need a more like a UK style of gun ownership where you really have to prove that you need that gun, because there is in many states there are just no requirements for training or licensing. You just take an 8-hour course and here's all your guns.
You don't need a course.
Or you don't need a course. In Connecticut, you need courses. You need to take an 8-hour safety course if you want a gun.
No, we don't have to do that.
But all this like open carry stuff, man, the more times that guns are just everywhere, there's more statistically. There's just more incidents that are going to happen. There's more people that are going to get shot because there are just more guns. And people and I know that there are other countries in the world where there is a high gun ownership, but they have a completely different gun culture than we do. Guns to some of these people are fucking toys in America. They collect them like they're fucking toys with no restrictions, and it's insane.
They are abiding by the law, right? So this is the big picture that everyone keeps like obscuring here and making opaque. It is very obvious. People are allowed to do what the law allows them to do. If we do not like their behavior, then we have representatives that go to DC and then they argue and then they make more laws. Guys, the calls are coming from inside the house. Change the fucking laws.
Yeah.
Like, that's how it works. You have to change the laws. You can't play the fucking, well, what about criminals? before people are criminals, they're law-abiding citizens until they become criminals.
Right.
So if you vet and investigate the law-abiding citizens before you allow them to get the guns, just like you have to take a fucking driving test, you should have to earn that weapon. Sure, you might have the right on some sort of principle for like a militia or something like that. Sure, if you want to argue that, fine. But you do that at your own risk, because at that point, the only reason you would need it is to protect yourself from a tyrannical government. So then you wouldn't look for the government's approval to fight against a tyrannical, you know what I'm saying? So, but if you are short of that, you need to register your weapons.
I think the tyrannical government argument is out the fucking window, because we currently have one and the NRA has done nothing.
No,
they're silent. They're complicit.
They did put out a statement when Trump teased that thing about banning trans people from having weapons, and they were just like, Second Amendment says everyone gets weapons. Trans people buy guns too. What the fuck? Two
British pound super chat. Tim Ballum. In the UK, you can own an M82 if you have a valid use.
Is that the machine gun?
I don't know. Let's see. I'm not going to Google search that.
I was about to say, hold on a second. Think about it, Tim.
Idea. That's not a good. That's not
tell
a good
us what
Google
that.
search.
Tell us what that is, so that we don't have to put it in our search history. What's his face? Sweet had a good healthcare thing up there. Where did it go?
Oh yeah, and like the whole argument around the gun debate now is, can we even get anywhere? Because the right is so concerned with like, how dare you try to even think about taking away anybody's guns, and the left is just, unfortunately, a lot of the left is just mocking the thoughts and prayers argument, and which is also at this point not helpful. Like we're in such a political gridlock when it comes to what to do about guns, and there are so many simple solutions, not to prevent everything. You can't prevent everything no matter what. It's just not possible. But if we had some sort of universal background check system, federal laws against gun trafficking, and some restrictions on the kinds of guns that people can own, that might be a start.
Like, for as many guns in Illinois that have been found to have been shipped over the border from like Indiana and Kentucky and shit, like, how are the FBI not catching these guys?
Yeah,
gun is like a gun. This many guns is many tons of metal. You know what I mean? Like,
if we had proper gun safety laws in this country, there would be a law that requires the person who owned the gun to register it in a national registry that the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms keeps, and that you could find that person right away.
I mean, it's like when we watch like CSI or something like that, like, oh, the ballistics guy is coming to, like, and then they like find the guy. We can never fucking do that because we have no idea who has what.
Right.
You have to physically find the other gun. But if only we could do a ballistics test to see what everybody's like. What do you plan on doing with the gun if you don't want to be registered with it? I just want to know.
Yeah. And like,
if you're protecting your house and the gun's at your house 24/7, what's the issue?
Yeah.
I think also because we had at I think it was last fall that one school shooter's parents got prosecuted.
Yeah.
For not properly locking up their guns. We need like an ATF gun safe thing. Like an ATF approved gun safe. And if you pass your background check, if you pass the mental screening, you need a gun safe.
Oh, and M82 is apparently a sniper rifle. It's a recoil.
Wait, the Barrett?
Yeah.
The 50 cal?
Well, it might not be a 50 cal, but
the Barrett is a 50 cal.
Oh, really? All right. That's
Yes. The one, it looks like the Halo sniper.
Oh.
That's what it's based off of.
That's this is the argument Ollie's making, the conservative argument for us. But if the guns get registered, guys, then the government can come and take it. You're just gonna come and take it. I don't think any, and there's no politician out there who's be like, as soon as you register your weapons, we're gonna come and take them. Like,
who wants to volunteer for that fucking job?
Who wants to go out there and collect 300 million guns?
Who wants to ring the doorbell?
Right.
Nah, brother. And that's why it's never happened, because threatening to confiscate everybody's guns is stupid. But you need to get people registered. So if it's like a driver's license thing where there's like a DMV, but for guns, or you can do it at the DMV and they have like an ATF office off to the side, like that's fine. But you got to do something. You got to get the ball moving in the right direction. And resorting to name calling and blaming other political parties without any fucking evidence is not the fucking answer, dude. We're just we're gonna be here in like 6 months, and then 12 months, and then an 18 months. We're just gonna keep fucking doing the same. We've been doing the same fucking cycle since Columbine. Same cycle. We just keep going. For 30 years, we're singing the same fucking song. It's like, can we please get off the merry-go-round now? Are we done yet?
Yeah, like you're right, Mikey. We should legislate the same standards for guns that we have for cars.
The exact same. Nothing more, nothing less.
Yeah. You have to register your car with the state.
Yep.
You have to
pay taxes on it.
You got to pay. You got to pay insurance.
Yes, and that's the other thing. Gun ownership should have to have gun insurance.
Yeah, and then in Connecticut, it's every 2 or 3 years you have to get your gun re-registered, your car re-registered.
Yeah,
and you have to get your license renewed every so often. I think it's every.
And you have to take a driver's test.
Yeah, and you have to take a test, a written and practical test.
Yep.
If
you got to park uphill on a curve, or whatever.
If some of these motherfuckers had to pass a written and practical gun safety exam, imagine how many people wouldn't be allowed to have guns.
But then they would say, well, I should still be able to do it. Like, so you should still be able to do it, even though it's dangerous, and you've proven that you can't do it.
Yeah.
If someone goes out there on the road and they're just doing this shit, just smashing everybody, we take their fucking license away.
Yeah. Listen, I failed my driver's exam the first time. Terribly failed it.
How?
I almost took a left into an oncoming car. That's how bad I was.
Did you get nervous? What happened?
I was very nervous, and I was not prepared for the car that I was driving at the time.
New cars are weird.
I got 100% on the written exam. I didn't get a single I was the only person not to get a question wrong. And then I was the only person to fail the driving portion because I was far too nervous. And the guy we didn't do it like at the DMV. I was in a driving school. So a DMV person came to us and tested us all at our driving school. He was so upset with me after I took that left into the oncoming car. He grabbed the wheel. He had to grab the wheel and be like, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh my God. You gave him the old shit.
Yeah, I did.
Fuck.
He was like, just go back. We're done. You failed.
Just turn around.
If you can't follow and I will freely admit that I shouldn't have driven a car at that point. If you can't follow the safety requirements to own a gun, if you can't follow the practical requirements of owning a gun, then you shouldn't have a gun. It's that simple. Cars kill many people, and people are licensed to drive cars all the time. And maybe sometimes that's a little bit too lax because people are fucking insane. But if we didn't have the licensing and registration requirements, we wouldn't know the who, the why, and the when. Like, that's what we're missing here. We're missing who owned that gun, how long has he owned the gun, and why was he given the gun? And where was he given the gun?
Who sold him the gun? Like if it's a recent purchase and you're just letting people, you know what I'm saying? Like there even, I think in most states for pistols, at least there's like a 3-day cool off period where even if you want a gun and you have the money in your pocket, cool, come back Friday.
Yeah.
And you can pick it up. And that's just what the law is, because it is a deterrent from hot-tempered people making bad decisions.
And you know that we should have those red flag laws against people owning guns who have a violent history or have a domestic abuse history. Like those people shouldn't be allowed to have weapons because they are a threat to others.
Right. And I mean, also on top of this is there is a mental health crisis in this country where I think I'd have to look up the figures here, but a not zero amount of the suicides are done with guns. So we're loosening up the gun laws and then we're getting rid of people's ability to get mental health help.
Yeah.
Like, why? We don't have to do that. We can literally do the opposite. We can literally make it safer for people. It's just called voting, people. You find people like you find people that believe in the things that you believe, and then you vote for them.
And then, like, you know, I'm just thumbing through NBC's reporting on this. NBC is fucking speculating their hearts out about all of this. They don't know anything. But they're like, oh, an ATF agent says it likely wasn't an expert marksman who did this. And
yeah, that's crazy.
Here's the FBI photos released on the person of interest, the fourth person of interest. Like, Kash Patel doesn't fucking know what he's doing.
And the thing is, I'm willing to write out the investigation.
Yeah,
and accurately be pissed at who I want to be accurately pissed at. Because I don't like motherfuckers shooting at schools, period.
Yeah.
I don't care who it is. Do not fucking shoot up a school. That should be fucking point blank obvious. And the fact that all of these networks are acting like any one of us would want a school shot up.
Right.
What are you talking about? We are the David Hogg stands. We support these kids in their March for Our Lives campaign.
Yeah.
We've been on board with this the whole time.
Chrissy says in the chat, in the UK, firearms is not a right but a privilege, requiring a police-issued certificate for possession or purchase of a firearm or shotguns. Individuals must obtain a firearm certificate.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's the basics of what should be required. You should have to go to the police and be like, hey, I want to own a gun. And then, like, they should background check you or whatever they got to do.
Right.
I mean, maybe not specifically the police, but somebody in government should be checking you on your request to own a gun. I know that sounds like, in America, I know that sounds like fucking government tyranny, but
that's what it is in Illinois. You have to go through the state police.
Yeah,
to get a Ford card.
Someone's got to be like, hey, yeah, you can own a gun. There's nothing wrong here. Or,
whoa,
buddy,
you do not get a gun. Absolutely not.
Definitely not.
But just like we said earlier this year, that airport official guy was going to gun shows and then just selling to people under the table. Like, we can't have people doing, like, you know what I mean? Like, we set up rules and regulations and then there's, well, I don't know, whatever. No, dog. Like, that motherfucker probably is responsible for a lot of motherfucking deaths.
Yeah.
And when the ATF raided his house, he fucking went into a shootout with them.
Right. We let convicted felon Donald Trump have a gun.
He did buy a gun while he was on parole, or not on parole. He was on bond.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they let him purchase a firearm, which if you read the little paper that they give you, you can't commit any new offenses and you don't have access to weapons or firearms. So I'm guessing that purchasing a brand new one is falls in line with that.
Counter Kev, new to the channel, by the way.
Hi, Counter
Says lots of gun chat, but you have much more fundamental issues of a sort, like pushing back against the administration, gerrymandering the heck out of blue states, and zero in on Epstein info from his estate / victims. Yeah, this country has so many problems.
You haven't seen those episodes of the show,
yeah.
I was like, we've covered all of those actually.
Yeah, go back and watch the back catalog. We, as of Tuesday, we talked about those things. But I think that, you know, the Charlie Kirk situation does warrant an extended conversation about what gun ownership is in this country, what is and isn't political violence, and our media jumping the gun. Once again, that's the only phrase I know because I'm so tired. On just what is going on, and the president of the United States fueling all of this by saying it was political violence and it was radical leftists. He doesn't know.
No one knows yet.
The governor of fucking Utah doesn't know when he was like, this is a political assassination. You don't know.
Can we fucking at least do the investigation first? Can we catch the motherfucker first, interrogate him, and then say this is the, you know what I mean? Like, can we do the thing?
Yeah, I mean, we're not fucking Alex Jones over here saying that, you know, crisis actors and all that, and people were paid to do this. Like,
yeah, we're not over here saying it was all holograms and shit. Like, no, we acknowledge what happened for sure.
We want the facts. We want the information. We want real evidence. We don't want speculation. I don't want NBC or fucking CNN going out there and speculating, oh, this guy couldn't be an expert marksman because of this and that. Some ATF agent said this. Like some correspondent who's like a retired FBI agent said this and that. Like, that's all speculation. And I'm so sick of every time.
They shouldn't do that.
I think
in the past, I don't think this would have happened. You know what I mean? I don't think they would have reported like this, but I think the general coarsening of the discourse and the clipification of everything, how everyone is willing to just jump out and say these things. And I mean, I stewed all night, all afternoon, and all that stuff. You know what I came up with? Research and a list of very efficient questions on how I think that our audience should break down the story. Is that what we're getting from the news? I mean, they're the ones getting millions of dollars. They're the ones with the van with the fucking satellite dish. You know, they got all the resources, all the connections, and they're just, I don't know why a Democrat would do this. Like, who told you that? Like, what are you doing? What are you saying? You literally don't know who it is.
It's one of those things where, like, we tend to favor local news coverage on things rather than the national news, because the national news is over sensationalized. Yeah. And they have their own agendas, regardless of what fucking 24-hour news network you watch. They all have their own agenda. But you know, the local news reporting, the reporting on the ground with people who know their cities or whatever, like real journalists down there, that's the stuff that we tend to favor, because it's not entirely without opinion, but there's a lot less opinion in it. Yeah. It's not as driven by clicks and fucking views and all that other shit. They're just doing the basics of reporting.
They are much more connected to the stories because they know the schools, they know the principals and the governor, and they have this running relationship. So I think it's a much better resource to tap into than to go into Fox or MSNBC or CNN. If you can find like I love KTLA 5, like there's a ton of like little stations that I will never unsubscribe from, because they are just a fountain of like real, actual, unbiased, they just do the facts. and then they got to go into the next thing, and then they do the facts, then they go to the next thing. They don't have time to, you know what I mean? They got to cover 17 articles in 30 minutes, and then we got weather. So hurry the fuck up. You don't have time for all of it.
We got weather on the 8th, guys. We got to
go. Get this shit moving. Tim Ballum, member for 2 months. Thank you, Tim.
Do we have anything else?
I do have this thing from who posted the link in the chat earlier? I forgot.
It might have been. It was either Tim Ballum or
Allie. Did Allie do it?
Or Allie. Yeah, Allie posted a link in the chat.
All right, I have Allie's link here.
Tim Ballum is having problems posting links in our chat. Apparently, YouTube is censoring him.
Wouldn't surprise me. Volume good, and play.
This is unbelievable. And if you know anybody who is still on board with Donald Trump's ICE raids, who still thinks that this is about picking up criminals and picking up people who came here the wrong way, I want you to show this to them. This is Lee Stinton. He's from Belfast, Northern Ireland, but he's lived in Key West for a really long time. He has a partner. He works at a hair salon. He has a social security number. He pays taxes. Listen to what happened to him because he, quote unquote, looks Mexican. P.S. He's not.
Wait, what? They thought he was... Come on, man. He don't look Mexican, man.
That definitely doesn't look like a person.
I'm not trying to like go with the stereotypes and shit, but come on, man.
Around, I think if I remember correctly, it was June.
That's a Mexican.
Y'all didn't listen to him talk? You didn't hear him say anything?
Well, Mikey, he sounds like he's not from here, so he must be a Mexican.
What? He's got the thickest bro I've ever heard.
I think if I remember correctly, it was June 8th. I was on my way.
Fucking AI subtitles can't even understand what he's saying. It's so thick.
Remember correctly, it was
June
8th.
Yep. What the?
That's a Northern Ireland accent.
It's good. I like this accent actually.
June.
Actually, I like its click. I like it so much we're going to enhance.
I was on my way to work, which I did every day, cycled every day, and I was arrested by an ICE officer and kind of kidnapped, I guess, off the street, and taken to Chrome Detention Centre. The conditions in Chrome were the most inhumane thing that I've ever experienced in my life. They had nowhere for anyone to sleep. They weren't feeding people, and they were very abusive to the inmates. The holding cell that had us in for almost 8 days.
What?
Was meant to have 10 people.
Well, 8 days
for riding to work on a bike?
God damn.
It was at least 100 men. We were like sardines, all just stuck on like a cold concrete floor. I want people to know that it's not just criminals that are being taken. It's like normal, everyday people. Like myself, like I had like a correct visa. I had all my paperwork together. I had a social security number. I paid my taxes. I've never been in trouble with the police before in my life, either in a...
So then why are y'all hassling him? Because he looks Mexican?
Hey, Mikey, we got 5 gifted. I got the people here. Thanks to Allie. These following people have Allie to thank for their memberships. Kay, Tez, tons of Mice's third wife.
Mice's third wife.
The Native Atheist. And Dr. Tapioca Weasel.
Hey, Dr. Tap, what's up? Welcome to the Binclusive Club. Binclusivity. Thank you so much, Allie. We love you. We really do.
America or Northern Ireland.
Hey, I'm Belfastian. That's what my 23andMe said. Just my brother. Cousin.
Distant cousin.
They took me. I think they're just looking for numbers at this point. A lot of things that either happened to me and happened to others. There was a guy that I'd been asking for his medication for days for his heart. And when we were out in the rec hall, the rec yard, sorry, he dropped dead of a heart attack in front of everyone. They kind of just moved us all away from him, but it's something that I'm never ever gonna forget. You know, it's ingrained in my head.
He's been deported back to Northern Ireland. He was about to marry his partner here and stay and contribute to our culture, but instead he's gone. This kind of thing is happening every single day in this country, thousands of times. Get involved, speak up. These are crimes against humanity, and if you're not helping us stop them, you're part of the problem.
I just don't understand. What is the goal?
I have no idea what the goal is with all
to
this.
Have no people here?
Like the dude, he's Irish. You can't.
No, he's Mexican.
He's Mexican. Like, are we just gonna kick the Irish out now? Are they not worth it either?
I thought that was. I mean, I thought we got over the Irish racism.
Right. It's
Apparently
crazy.
Not. Northern Irish. Sorry.
I got a brief thing before we go that's not related to anything.
Okay.
Hey, inflation, it's a thing. We have it. Let me make this bigger real quick.
Oh my God. Can't look away.
The consumer price index rose by 2.9%, which is more than I thought it would be. Fastest pace of inflation since January. They're still going to expect a Fed rate cut in September this month, but the inflation increased from 2.9% in 2.7% in July to 2.9% in August. Here's how much things increased by. Hey, remember we talked about coffee, Mikey?
Yes.
22%. Beef, 16%.
God damn.
Eggs are going back up, 11%. Apples, 10%. You have bananas, oranges, all this other stuff. Bacon, 7.2% on your bacon in the last month. Here's some big ones. Gas service for energy, 13%.
That's got to do with all these goddamn data centers that they're popping up everywhere.
Full service meals, 5%.
So like sit down restaurants?
Yeah. Automotive repair, 15%. College textbooks, which is a whole thing, 12% is crazy. The college textbooks
books went up 12%.
College textbooks, yeah.
For what?
I don't know.
Why do they like those books have been written 1,000,000 years ago? They've been sitting in a warehouse for 15 years, and then they just fucking hand them out. How is the price gone up for books you already bought?
Well, see, they got to change like 5 words, and they come out with a new edition.
No, fucking eat it. No, that's such dog shit.
The college textbook industry was already a scam. $300 for a Spanish book is insane. But yeah,
on
we got
what planet does that make any sense?
Not this one.
Not
this one.
It's out here like, man, that textbook cost me way more money than last time. I'm gonna have to finally increase prices. What are you saying?
So they're saying that if you take food and energy out, inflation is up to 3.1% on average. When you add in let's say food away from home, the inflation total is 3.9%, and food at home inflation is 2.7 on average. But look at this, like frozen seafood, 7%, frozen non-carbonated drinks, 7%. Like the inflation is crazy, and they're like, oh, guess what the cause is? Oh, it's tariffs, guys.
No,
it's tariffs.
No,
the coffee, the other commodities.
That wouldn't do that. There's no way it would do that. Why would it do that?
if last year, if you took food and energy out, inflation was only 1.5% in August. So look at this.
Jeez.
Man, who was president in these years?
Hard to say. Lord have mercy.
The pandemic quote ended late 2022. That was the peak of inflation.
Yeah.
And boy, it's really been kind of rough the last couple of years. And it seems to be going back up. Guys. I don't know why. Who knows?
Whatever could the cause be? Well, I'm just saying they're gonna have to get way past 9% because it's gonna get nasty.
Yeah, I mean the Fed's gonna cut interest rates probably a little bit, but it's not gonna help. The tariff policies, unless the Supreme Court says the tariffs are illegal, and then we're gonna have to pay all that money back. And they're like, it's gonna be $1 trillion we might have to pay back,
which is already spent.
So
that's already that money is going, and that's the other thing. Where's our accountability on their what they call it? The not the what's the revenue service? The IRS, not the IRS. There's gonna be like the ERS, the External Revenue Service.
Oh yes, they were gonna create that and they never did.
Well, then who's collecting the fucking tariffs? Customs? You're gonna trust Customs with $1 trillion?
Treasury is collecting the tariffs. So Scott Bessent.
And that's the really worrying thing, is because even if he implements this, even if the court says it's okay, on what planet do we think that he's actually going to like put that money towards the deficit?
Right. Like, they've collected something like $200 billion so far in tariffs.
Do we get an update on how low the deficit is? You know what I'm saying? Like they don't even have it set up for them to tell us.
No,
what's going on.
They just passed a budget that raises the fucking debt ceiling by $4 trillion. They do not care about deficit spending.
Yeah.
Or the national debt. That's all a lie.
Which is just like, how are we immune to this kind of like obvious lie and trap? Like that's what I just, like how is it that we are able to see through this? But it seems fairly obvious to me that the guy who bankrupted the casino and says, hey, I just need to collect a big pile of money all at once, I'm totally putting it towards our bills. Like what?
Yeah.
No, dog. Nah, you good.
It is so hard to bankrupt a business model where come in and they expect to leave with no money.
It's a bucket where people walk in and put money into the bucket. You, at the end of the night, take that bucket and put it into your bank account. How you go bankrupt doing that, I do not understand.
How do you go bankrupt owning? I mean, I get it. The Atlantic City isn't what it used to be. It's not the gambling hub like Las Vegas is supposed to be. Yeah. But still, Atlantic City casinos do fine all the time.
And he had the benefit of having Mike Tyson's fights over there all the time because he was friends with what's his face? With the spiky hair, the promoter, Don King.
Yes,
him and Don King were friends.
I was about to yell out the Simpsons parody character. I forget what his name was. I think it was like Lucius something.
And Dedrick Tatum.
Yeah. But how do you fucking listen? In Connecticut, we have a couple of Native American casinos, and they do pretty great. They're building new shit all the time, and you're not allowed to have any gambling outside of those Indian reservations. So like Connecticut, Massachusetts, and New York all flock to those casinos.
Right. And Trump had a beef with them for a long time.
Yeah, he did, and he fucking lost.
He used to talk a lot of shit. He's like, well, they're like 132nd natives. That's bullshit. They shouldn't be able to have a casino.
It's technically their own country.
Them people have been on that same land the whole time. What are you talking about?
Yeah, yeah.
They live there, dog.
It's their reservation. It's technically their own sovereign country. Like, they can do whatever they want. They have different laws than we do. And we have done far too much to them.
Right.
And they also contribute to the state. Like a certain amount of their gambling revenues go towards our schools. So we have a deal with them, and they are freely allowed to own and operate their casinos, and we will take in some of that revenue for our roads and our education, and they get the benefit of that as well. So
yeah,
but once again, Trump is a terrible businessman. He doesn't know how to run a fucking casino. I could run a casino with my fucking eyes closed.
Open bucket.
Yeah.
Allow
seriously.
money to go in bucket. Close bucket at end of night. Take bucket to counting room. Count money.
How did Trump disprove the notion that the house always wins?
They're literally giving you money.
People go to casinos expecting to leave with no money because they expect that it's like playing the lottery. You win every once in a while, but for the most part, you're just
gonna lose. Yeah.
You're just gonna lose. I've been to casinos many a time. I generally don't play the slot machines because I know that they'll just take all my money. I like when people take my money, so I go play poker.
I went to Vegas for my mom's wedding, and I put $1 into a machine, and it said "thank you," and I said, "Yep, that sounds about right."
That is what I expected.
I was like, "This is exactly as prescribed." I give them money, they keep it. I don't know that I like that. Enough of a case study for me. Proved my point. Oh boy.
Tim Ballum, 5 British pound super chat. He says,
Mikey, Dakota Access Pipeline, they screwed the natives. Yeah. The Standing Rock people did the best that they could for the American government betraying its agreement and allowing a company to essentially negate a treaty.
Yeah.
So that they could save money by not going around these people's sacred waters.
And unfortunately, American history is a long, sad history of America betraying their agreements with natives.
Yeah.
And constantly saying, yes, we'll do that thing. And then going back on it and doing terrible things. And then signing more treaties saying, well, we'll put you guys on this land over here and it'll be fine. And then they go back on it and do terrible things. Like that's American history. But, full circle here, people like Charlie Kirk would say that didn't happen.
I don't know. Like I'm not sure how to help y'all at this point.
Stop trying to blame America for everything, Mikey.
I mean, it's like even though we're called names, even though they threaten us, even though they legislate to make things more dangerous, we are still actively trying to increase the material condition of everybody, even though y'all don't like us.
Yeah.
I still want you to have health care. I still want you to have a full tummy. I want your kid to be able to go to school and be safe, even though you hate me. That's fine. Do whatever you want. But if you can't agree that you're an asshole, then you should at least agree that the kids should be safe.
Yeah.
I think that's a non-issue. I think you guys should be pretty with us on this, that the kids need to be fucking protected.
Yeah.
Because while Charlie Kirk died, this was at a college. Like, what if he didn't have a rifle and he just sprayed? You know what I mean? Like, it could have been so much worse. But everyone's so hyper focused on Charlie. But it's like, dude, there was a bunch of kids there. Charlie's kids were there. No one should be be stared at down a scope. Like, I don't want to live like that. And if y'all want to be mad at us for wanting to be peaceful still, but peaceful in a way that's actually effective, then we got to make sacrifices.
To British pound super chat from Tim Ballum, all caps. The U.S. is not America.
The U.S. not America.
The U.S. not America. Yes.
We live in the North American continent.
Yes.
But I don't know, man. Like, I don't know what it's going to take to get you guys to understand that we are trying to fix the problem and everyone is fighting us from every freaking angle.
Man,
like every direction.
Chrissy is out there aggregating news for us. Capitol Police respond to an incident at the DNC headquarters, and Utah law enforcement suspends press conference citing rapid developments in case. So maybe they found somebody. Who knows if it's the right person?
Good, lock them up.
Yeah, that's all we want. We just want the person responsible to be held responsible for their actions.
All right. Let's do some silver lining, shall we?
Yeah.
And then we're gonna get the hell out of here. I'm starving. My kid's destroying my house.
Yeah.
Just
tearing out all the tissues in the thing again.
Oh my god. I don't know if I told y'all, but she got to the wipes, man. So then yesterday when my wife got home, I was like, hey, I'm doing this. Can you change her diaper real quick? She's like, yeah, I got you. And then she like reaches her hand and then like she sees the wipes that I shoved all back inside the little thing, and it's all bulbous and it's like not smooth and rectangular like it's supposed to be.
That's funny.
And then she just kind of looks over me. I was like, not a word. Don't you say nothing.
I don't want to hear it.
I don't want to hear it from you right now. Okay. Like, things happened while you were away and I am doing my best. Check this out.
NASA's rover on Mars may have found the strongest sign of a past life yet. A rock sample that could hold ancient microbes.
Here's more from Fox's Esther Bauer.
The Perseverance rover lifted off from right here on the Space Coast about 5 years ago. Since then, the rover has been collecting dozens of samples from Mars. Now NASA is telling us they are the most convinced they've ever been life exists beyond Earth. NASA says this speckled rock shows us the telltale signs of life on Mars.
And this is the kind of signature that we would see that was made by something biological. In this case, it's kind of the equivalent of seeing like leftover fossils.
The sample was first discovered in 2024. It's made up of...
I'm not going to front. I don't see it. Like, what the... They haven't given me any sort of frame of reference, how big anything is. Like, stick a ruler out there, or a dollar bill. I have no... Is this a mountain?
Zoom in or something.
Is this zoomed in? Is this one rock? You gotta, you know, paint a picture with your words.
We need context.
Please.
The building blocks of life.
Like, is this a crater or is this a rock? Like, what are we looking at?
Life here on Earth, including carbon, iron phosphate, and iron sulfide.
We can't find another explanation. So
I haven't seen them.
Very well could be the clearest sign of life that we've ever found on Mars, which is incredibly exciting.
NASA says the sample was investigated by top scientists around the world for about a year, and so far they're backing the hypothesis. The rover found the rock in a massive crater that used to be full of water billions of years ago.
Jezero is also indisputably the site of an...
she calling in from Mars?
Of an ancient lake. NASA's next goal is to bring the sample back home. Scientists say it has to be tested on Earth to fully confirm its origin, but its journey home is still up in the air because of proposed Trump budget cuts to NASA.
Come on, man. Damn.
Just give NASA the money.
Come on.
Just give NASA the... How much?
We can't even get the Mars rocks back?
NASA's budget is... Hold on.
It's like $2 billion.
Just fucking give them money, man.
Just give them the cash, man.
It's 25 billion. They get 25 billion. Give them 25 billion more.
Just give them 50.
Give them 50.
Just give them 50 and leave them alone for 5 years. All right, just leave them alone.
That's less than USAID had. Even if you double their budget, that's less than USAID had.
If only we could spare it, but we have to have these tax breaks for fucking millionaires. Like, come on, man. We literally found life on another fucking planet and we can't get the shit back to Earth because we're doing tax breaks for billionaires. For real?
Make fucking Elon do it. You make Elon.
Yeah, tell him to fucking
Mars and bring that shit back.
Tell him to go get that shit right now. Right now.
He wants to go to Mars so bad. Give him something to do.
Don't put no people in there. No, don't put. I don't trust him launching people. Put some of your NASA rovers and collecting, because I think what they're going to have to do is like have something to grab the sample from Perseverance and then launch that thing and then get that thing back here, which is fine. And there's very smart people down there. I'm sure that they can figure it out. Yeah. But the last I checked, it's almost 8 months trip to Mars.
Yeah.
And then you have to wait almost 1.5 years for the orbits to realign. So motherfucker, y'all gotta get working on this shit so that when these motherfuckers line up, we can go ahead and launch that motherfucker and go get our shit and see what's in there. Like, are you fucking kidding me? We're not gonna find out if there's life on other planets because of fucking budget cuts. This is the saddest shit ever. God damn it.
Mikey, what about silver linings?
I didn't realize that they weren't going to be able to, that they were having troubles getting it back. I thought that they were just like, all right, and now we're going to send it back and test it. They're like, yeah, we ain't got no gas money, so we can't exactly get the sample back to Earth. Damn.
Scientists say it has to be tested on Earth to fully confirm its origin, but its journey home is still up in the air because of proposed Trump budget cuts to NASA.
There could be a better way to do this to get these samples back. And I again, just to continue with missions that I don't think can meet budgets and timing, I think would be foolish on my part.
The rover collected what it needed from the crater and will continue looking for life on Mars.
We really used every scientific instrument available to us on the payload to invest.
Look at how dusty it is. Oh. The next rover they put out there, they got to put windshield wipers on the solar panels. That's how the other one died. That's how the other one died.
Investigate these rocks and really try to tell or paint as complete a picture as we can of what these rocks are made of.
And this rover has collected about 30 samples on its mission so far. Acting administrator.
Damn, bro, they in the drive-through line and we can't even get to it.
Duffy says he's prepared to ask President Trump for more money to fund missions like this on Mars.
Trump, give him the money, man. Quit playing, man.
Fucking give him the money.
Give him the money, man. Like, that's not even that much money. Not even that much money.
If you want him to, like, paint the rocket red, white, and blue, fine.
Whatever, brother. Whatever. If you want to name it after you, whatever. The Trump Mars check. Fine. Just write the check, dude.
Just do it. God. All right, Mikey. Yeah. I need to go back to sleep and just forget about all of this for a while.
I recommend everybody take a break. That's what Dr. Famine prescribes.
So
2 chill pills. And I want everybody to turn off the news for at least 6 hours so that you can recharge your fucking batteries.
We do have a show later. Are we going to play that game for the show?
Oh, Yes, we are.
All right, I'm gonna download it. So
yes, yeah, please, and tell yo ignorant friend Mark to make sure that he's done it too.
Yeah,
because let me tell you something. This is about to be. I know this is a rough week, right? But we didn't know that this week was going to turn out into this week. Your favorite Canadian Ollie Man gifted the boys Chained Together.
So
if you guys don't know what it, let me see if I can find a clip of.
So instead of unbox tonight, we're gonna do Ready Up, right? That's what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
So we're gonna play some video games and hang out and chill because the last couple days have been and
it's been a lot.
We all need to decompress because the news never ends. And if we don't take a break every now and then, we'll lose our goddamn minds.
Yes. Okay. I think I got. Okay. Let me put this up. There we go. So this is what the game looks like. This would be us. We're in hell. And we need to go up as high as we can to get out of hell. It's like Don't Fall Down and all the rest of these games. Oh, Jesus, that's loud. So you go. Oh. So you start going up. And as you can see, we are, as the title describes, chained together. What's the harm in that? Nothing bad could happen. But you see, there's all these jumps, you see. And there's all these gaps, you see. So
it's gonna end terribly.
So the best part about this is if one person falls off, they can potentially drag everybody down with them. So we will be trying to escape from hell.
It's not going to end well.
Whilst chained together. And we will consider this a team building exercise.
Yes. Yes. Some trust falls.
Oh, there's going to be some falling and some trust issues for sure. Me and Ollie gave it a bit of a run. I think we got to like 200 something meters. We did okay.
Before you died?
Well, we started way too late.
Oh, I see.
We started way too late. And it was like, all right, brother, we've fallen down about 60 times now. I am sleepy. And I need something moving around to keep me going. So please check out that stream tonight. I hope that this stream explained things in a way that made sense.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope
that was the goal.
I hope that we were what's the word? Fucking my brain is shot. I hope that we were not my brain. I hope that we were cohesive.
Yeah. And consistent.
Yes. Because I don't want to be portrayed as like I don't like political violence of any kind, even though this may or may not be whatever that is. But I also don't like the media going out there and sensationalizing things and saying things that aren't true or that haven't been fucking confirmed or speculating, because it's at the end of the day, you are speculating someone's death.
Which journalistically, I would figure is a big fucking no-no.
Yeah.
Especially when there's a manhunt for the culprit.
Yeah.
Like you can't just make shit up when we're still looking for the person.
And Charlie Kirk, to me, was not a good person. But once again, he did not deserve to be shot over it. There are other ways that you can shut people like Charlie Kirk down.
There's legal ways of doing it.
Yeah, nonviolent legal ways. Like the kids in those campuses who talk circles around him because he never knew what the fuck he was talking about.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, hopefully that we were able to like make some things clear and make it so that, you know, they're unfurling an American flag. Oh, it's for 9/11. Sorry. I was watching a video, and they're like unfurling an American flag over the Pentagon. I was like, oh, that's for 9/11. I was like, oh, Trump's going way too far. But yeah, I hope that we were able to shed some light on what proper discourse is over this, and proper discourse about gun violence in general.
Yep.
And we would love, we like having debates. We enjoy a healthy debate. But it seems like the debate has already been had for all this gun violence stuff for so long that it just needs to happen.
The jury's out,
fix
man.
it.
Or the jury's in. Like, when are we going to just do the right thing?
We need politicians with backbone. We need a Congress that functions. We need a president that will spearhead this sort of initiatives that we were talking about. And I vote for whoever will do those things.
I think those are good things to do. I think we have a good grasp on the American politic and what we need as a country.
Yeah.
And bullshit like school shootings is not on the fucking list.
Yeah. And bad faith people making bad faith arguments is also something we don't need. We don't need these fucking online trolls saying that what political violence is, and or the president of the United States blaming the left for something you can't blame anyone for yet, except for the guy when you find him.
Right.
So that's where we are today. And
we will see you tonight.
Yes. I will hopefully be more well rested.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Because I will be no help in a game where you chain to other people.
Yeah, you definitely need. Yeah, you need. I need you fucking dexterous. Take a fucking nap. God damn.
Oh, one last super chat from Kay.
I can't read it.
Oh, I can read it. $5 super chat from Kay. We don't need gun control. We need cracker control.
I mean, hey. Eventually, white on white crime will stop.
Eventually.
All
right, Mikey, get us out of here.
We love you guys. We love you. We really, really do. Drink your meat.